Hey guys, welcome back. Today's Wednesday, hump day, January 10th, 2018. Welcome to today's show. Anyway. Alright, so today, let's talk about China. Hence, why I had the red out. I'm wearing red pants. It's also cold as fuck out here. But anyway, so let's just talk about China. China FUD, and they just happen to be in the news and in all fucking aspects. So let's just talk about them because, again, I every morning I wake up and I'm like, damn, what the fuck should I talk about? I read the news, I read blah blah blah. Figure out what I was talking about yesterday, putting everything together as I'm making my coffee, and bam, I sit here in the morning, and this is literally one of the first things I do. So I wake up this morning, there's all kinds of news on China FUD, and let's get into it. What the fuck am I talking about? I wrote things down. Okay, so number one, China, let's start off with, there's two things coming out of China, but let's talk about, I think, the one that most people don't know what's going on. Anyway, number one, let's just get this one out of the way. China has been saying it for a while now, but they literally kind of just said it last night, or I don't know. It seems like it's a little more, they're going for it. But it seems like overnight, they pretty much, quietly just started saying, pretty much started banning Bitcoin mining. I'm guessing mining of all kinds, but again, I don't really understand where any kind of FUD is coming from this. I mean, if anything, we should all be motherfucking rejoicing. Are you fucking kidding me here? They're not gonna they're not gonna fucking mine in China anymore? Why is that a bad thing? China, most of you guys don't fucking know, but China's a big country. Pretty big. And they love their fucking technology, their Bitcoin, their mining, their whole fucking thing over there, okay? And for a long ass time, they've been fucking killing it. I mean, no regulations, a bunch of shit. The government's actually helped them out. So this whole news of them banning mining, look, whatever, man. This is not a bad thing. I mean, again, the only way this could be a bad thing is if they ban all mining, take over all the mines, and then they themselves, as a government entity, are the only ones mining Bitcoin in their country. Which, again, I sincerely doubt that's going to happen. And even if that is their plan, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a while. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, when it comes to this, why this is actually good news as opposed to bad news? Well, now with all of a sudden, all of China stops mining, which, by the way, they are about in the high 40s to 50% of the mining pool. Please, if you do not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, look that up. The mining pool is just a gigantic graph, okay, of all the people mining. And if you kind of look at the chart, the pie chart, they own, or pretty close to half of the pie chart. And if any one entity owns more than 51% of the mining allocation, the mining chart, whatever, then that means that they control Bitcoin. And they're pretty close. So, and they've been losing traction in that sense. So if all of a sudden they stop mining in China, then that 50% is not going to be there anymore. That 40-something% high, whatever, is not going to be there anymore. And guess what? People like you and me, maybe not you and me, but people like you and me will actually have a chance to start mining Bitcoin again. And then if not that, it's just going to open up fucking avenues all over the planet of people in places where they're going to be mining new mines. And again, from countries just mining themselves, or other entities like financial, people that just want to fucking invest in this and, set up a fucking place in the middle of a fucking mountain, and they get like free energy from the fucking earth and so all this is good. This is just going to keep spreading and make everything even more decentralized. So that's a good thing. Now, the main thing I want to talk about China, which is a main, which literally, sorry, I'm blanking out on the fucking, on the word. But anyway, but it correlates literally with what I was talking about the last couple days, and the thing about the roaring 2020s, and what I was talking about in the sense of like all the money and the bonds coming back into this country, and how things are just getting, overly exacerbated in that sense. And how I said that, like, yeah, the economy is going to tank all around the world, like a lot of us have been saying, but in my opinion, it's not. We're going to be the last ones. But again, all these are dominoes that need to fall. So today, or last night, China says they are not gonna. First of all, they said that the U.S. bonds pretty much have no value anymore, and that they do not want to hold these debt certificates. Debt. D-E-B-T. Debt. Okay? Certificates. They don't want any more of this U.S. debt anymore. So they are getting rid of all their bonds. They're getting rid of all their, U.S. dollars and trading them in. Okay? So whether giving them to another country, but most likely what this means is bringing them back to this country, hence causing them massive inflation that we talked about already. Now, we still don't know if this is happening. We don't know if this is actually FUD on their part, political FUD. If they're just trying to fuck with this country, see what this country is going to do. It's a lot of political stuff right now. Every time, also let me add to the bond market. I listen to Gregory Manarino and others, and I watch the bond market a lot. And yeah, it's true, it's tanking. It's tanking like a motherfucker. But if you go back and you stretch out the bond market, again, 2020s. Again, there might be a crash tomorrow. Who knows? It might be a crash in a couple days. It might be a crash in a month. And I'm talking about throwing everything I said out the window. But honestly, not really. I really do think that no matter what, even if there is a major crash, a correction or whatever, it's not going to be what people think. That major monster of a correction we're not due for that for a very long time. I don't think it's going to happen. There is going to be a correction. We're due for a correction, but it's going to be a blip on the radar compared to like the real one that's coming up, which is not coming up right now. I'm sorry. I don't think it is. I could be 1,000% wrong, but the more I see everything happening around the world, it's just not going to happen anytime soon. But who the fuck knows? Who really fucking knows? Don't quote me. In fact, let's listen to people. Let's listen to others that really do know what they're talking about. Like Warren Buffett and Jamie Dimon. Wah, wah, wah. So, Mr. Nice and cuddly, Warren Buffett, grandpa, he was fucking saying yesterday, whatever, he was fucking saying, how fucking Bitcoin is awesome. Well, first of all, he was saying how, Bitcoin and all that shit is not good, and then he turned it around, and he fucking said that, if he could, which by the way, I'm pretty sure he's already invested in this. The fuck do I know? Don't quote me on all this shit. But anyway, what I was saying is that he pretty much said that if he could, he would buy 5-year yields or 5-year holds or whatever on all cryptocurrencies and just sit and wait. Wait a minute. So, when that kind of, again, remember, don't listen to these people, but listen to these people. It's very confusing, but not that confusing, okay? But anyway, him saying that, now, again, he could just be saying that so that everybody gets into the market and they fucking destroy it. Or he really does see that. And in my opinion, I really do think he sees that because it's exactly in correlation with everything that's happening today, with China, with the world, with, what I was saying about what's going to happen in the decade's time span. So 5 years would put it right in the fucking middle, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay? So, granted, the whole thing with the 5 fucking years and the decade time span that I'm talking about, remember, it's 2018 and I'm talking about all this is going to come to an end around 2029. Okay? So, it's a while, okay? Give or take. But, again, I could be 1,000% wrong anyway, but 5 years from today would be 2024. Right in the kind of right in the fucking middle. But what I was saying is in the sense of nowadays, the whole thing might not take 10 years. It might be shorter. So the 5-year point might be the 10-year point, okay? And why I mean by that is because things are just accelerating faster and faster and faster. Not just for many reasons, but one of the main reasons is just because of the technology and just how things are today, as opposed to just 100 years ago and before that and before that. Remember, is it Moore's law? Where everything's just accelerating, and that's kind of where we're at now. So I'm putting it at 10 years, but it could easily be 5. But it doesn't matter. It's within that time span. Okay, it's Okay, and within that, before the 5 years, remember 2018 to 2024, we're going to see some sort of crash where it's going to be tomorrow, at some point within the next 6 months, within a year, but no later than past 2019. And again, remember, this year is, again, if you guys don't know it, I'm sure you guys have seen it already at some point, but I'm gonna see if I can find the picture. Probably not. I'm really busy today. I'm really trying to rush through this today. I got really behind yesterday with yesterday's video and a bunch of other shit I had to deal with YouTube. But anyway, I digress. But damn, what I'm trying to remember the book, but the magazine. But I'm pretty sure the economics magazine. I forgot. Anyway, the economics magazine that came out like 30 years ago, saying that in 2018 was gonna be the year of the new currency. Okay, and I listen to all kinds of people, man. Seriously, I listen to everybody from like Lynette Zhang to fucking, besides Gregory Mannarino, I listen to all the crypto guys. I listen to everybody out there. I listen to every fucking everything. Okay, when it comes to this, to try and put it all together. We can't just look at one thing here. And after. Damn, man, I kind of lost my train of thought for a minute there. Sorry. Let me relight this and gather my thoughts again, as usual. Anyway, look, man, I'll be fucking honest with you. I lost my train of thought and then I forgot what I was saying. But I'll go off on another rant, as usual. Whatever. No big fucking deal. But look. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I sincerely doubt that any of this is gonna fucking change anytime soon. That's it. There's just too much going on, and this country is way too powerful, way too strong, and that's it. I mean, this is not gonna happen. We've already seen, like, this is not Zimbabwe, this is not Venezuela, this is not whatever. Remember, we are number one, the superpower of the whole fucking thing. We, besides exporting a democracy and all that shit, we are America, and that's it. And this is not going away anytime soon. Okay, period. End of story. The rest of the world doesn't really want us to go away. The rest of the world kind of just wants us to get fixed. Okay, we're not the only ones who want us fixed. Okay, seriously. So. There's another story for another day, okay? As to why America and the United States is so fucking important to world culture right now and forever. And then it would just, from the beginning till forever. But at the end of the day, okay, right now, what's happening is a lot of fucking political mumbo jumbo. Everything from the stock market to the bond market to gold, silver, all this shit are being used as political tools. Everything from, things that are happening in China and this country and everything. Like, I honestly, what I really believe is that everybody is in cahoots to a certain extent, for the most part. Everyone from Trump to Xi Jinping to fucking Putin to, you name it, okay? To fucking Assad in Syria to fucking, whatever. The outliers is going to be, Maduro in fucking Venezuela. But... again, this is like how fucking insane this is, where I'm Spanish, yo hablo español, yo soy cubano, and the whole fucking thing, so I can actually freely speak with a little more clout on the Latin American and Caribbean culture, and in fact, I think I should start doing that a little more, because, just like Michael and Boxman talks China, Hong Kong, and Asia, maybe I should start concentrating on this part of the world. But anyway, one of the reasons that China's so fucking pissed at the United States right now is because they keep saying that the United States has a stranglehold on Latin America, which is fucking hilarious, because, China's been trying to fucking get into Latin America for a very long time, and Latin America's been more than happy to fucking let them in because they're trying to fucking break away from the United States of America. Same thing that has been happening in fucking Africa. If you go to Africa, or if you went to Africa 20 years ago, 15 years ago, most of the development, most of everything was done by the United States of America, probably some in the UN, but mostly us. Now you go in the last like 10, 15 years, and pretty much all the development and everything done there has been by China. So China has literally taken over Africa and taking over Africa, and as opposed to the United States or the UN or shit like that, when we have gone to Latin America, Africa, or other parts of the world, believe it or not, this is really what happens. Our corporations and our government and our entities go in there and they pillage and they fucking destroy and they just fucking, they make it a colony. They make Honduras a colony. They make fucking Zimbabwe a colony. Whatever. They make everything a colony. And Venezuela, you name it. Okay? And Peru, whatever. A lot of everywhere, all around the world, Syria, they were trying to do that. Anyway, so that's what they try to do. But what China does, they don't do that at all, because they're completely different. They're not like going in there and imposing their military might and just taking over and making that shit a colony. No, in fact, what they're doing in like Africa is that they're going over there and they're saying, to themselves, hey, damn, they have gold, they have fucking diamonds, they got oil. How can we get this? Okay, and then the United States would just grab it. What China does is they go out there, they build schools, they build roads, they build infrastructure, they build them a fucking city, and then they put them to work, and they still take all that shit, but at the end of the day, they give them, the people there, ownership. Okay? And now they become a trading partner. So a little village in fucking Africa, instead of getting pillaged and just, ransacked, like before, now all of a sudden this other entity, China, is coming in and, building everything for them. Everything, okay? Everything from a school to fucking roads, you name it, hospitals, and then on top of that, giving them jobs, giving them work, giving them a mine, giving them all this stuff, and then giving them ownership of all that shit. Okay? Yeah. So, there's a lot of motherfucking things going on around the world. I sincerely doubt. That there's going to be like a World War III. The World War III is something that we were kind of experiencing now. It's going to be a war within within our own borders, and it's going to be a different kind of war. But the whole thing with everything in the Middle East and any kind of altercation with like North Korea or any other fucking nation, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I don't want to get into too many details right now as to why. I'm pretty fucking darn sure that it's not going to fucking happen, but it's just not going to fucking happen. Besides that, our country, our military, our everything is at a breaking point. We're beyond exhausted. Not just our military, but also the people. With the suffrage and the whole fucking thing. The whole population is done with this. And again, the rest of the world is done with it too. And the rest of the world has literally banded together with Russia. Okay? I don't want to say China, but China as well. It just depends on where you are. So let's say the Philippines. The Philippines banded with China. And so that's why the Philippines has been, spitting in the face of the United States, kind of saying, hey, fuck you, because guess what? Now they got their big brother that's in their backyard backing them up. Okay, and same thing with Syria and that part of the world. What the fuck you think? Why the fuck do you think there's no ISIS? Why the fuck do you think we're not? We're getting our asses kicked in Syria and that whole fucking thing. Well, because when the whole Syria thing was happening, our government forced themselves into Syria. Syria never wanted them in there. Nobody wanted them in there. Okay? Syria then, as that was happening, was calling Russia. This is already years ago. We're already years deep into this, as you guys already know. Syria called fucking, Assad called fucking Putin and said, hey, help. Help, help. These motherfuckers are coming in. They want to take over. Help. And what did Russia do? They went and they helped. And why? Well, first of all, it's Russia. They don't give a fuck, okay? But number two, remember, now they feel like they can go kind of toe-to-toe with us. And they're on the international stage because Syria is calling Russia for help because they are being invaded by the United States Army. Okay? And we might not hear this on our news, but the rest of the fucking world knows exactly what's going on. And guess what? That's why they keep pushing us out of there. In fact, let me bring this up because that's a story that I read last night, and I was like, bro, are you kidding me? This is beyond insanity. But again, you're never gonna hear about this shit. So, did you guys hear about the drone, the swarm of drones that went and struck in Syria? So, yeah, a swarm. I'm talking about the drones. The drones are the size of the plane, okay? Not the little fucking drones. Those big-ass motherfucking drones that are just owned by our government, okay? Our governments. But those big motherfucking drones the size of a plane. Okay, so about, 12, 15, but let's just say about 12, 15 of them, all right? were flying out to some little fucking area in fucking Syria to fucking, bombard that area. But the Russian Air Force was able to fucking, back them, destroy them, back them off. I don't know what the fuck happened. But the point I'm saying is that when I fucking heard the story of these drones coming in, like a swarm of drones to come in and do this, I mean, come on, we can't even send our army or jets anymore. We had to send drones. But then when I was reading the story, it's like, oh no, these drones were sent by terrorists. As soon as I read that, I was like, man, what the fuck are you talking about, terrorists? Terrorists now have access to these fucking drones? No. So as I kept reading, sure enough, even Russia called out and said, like, hey, first of all, terrorists don't have access to this kind of technology unless they were given this technology. Number two. Okay, number one, number two. And then just sure enough, I said, if they're saying that the terrorists did this would be the first time in history that the terrorists, first of all, not just launch a drone, but launch a swarm of fucking drones. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. And these are the high-tech, super fucking high-tech drones. The ones that Obama is so famous for using, okay? So, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? We already know where this narrative is going. We already know who the terrorists are. I'll say, okay, the terrorists are us, okay? Our country supplies these terrorists, these mercenaries, these whatever, okay? So these entities are the ones that, so when they say that terrorists were the ones that caused this attack last night, really, the terrorists are the United States of America. The United States of America attacked last night Syria, and then Russia thwarted them off. And how did they attack? With drones. And they blamed it on terrorists. So all this is happening, and it's happening all around the fucking world. You remember, like, before Trump got elected, the whole fucking situation with the China Sea, and that we were supposed to, the whole fucking situation. Notice that doesn't even fucking exist in the fucking news cycle anymore. Why? Well, because Trump ain't out there fucking imposing himself in that fucking area anymore. He's backed off. Why? Because that's not our fucking jurisdiction. We don't own the fucking world. How dare us go over there on China's fucking borders and be like, okay, we own all this. No. That's not how that shit works. It's like, imagine if they're, China and Russia started fucking parking their boats all around the Caribbean and all around California and all around by DC and fucking saying, hey, and then they start telling us, hey, we own this. All right, we're not going to do anything to you guys, but we own these waters, international waters. We're just going to be hanging out here. Fuck it. All right? And every once in a while, they'll land like in Cuba or the Dominican Republic and be like, okay, this is ours now. That's what we've been doing out there. Okay? But a lot of these countries, again, like the Philippines, Indonesia, you name it, Taiwan, whatever, some have been fighting back. Like Taiwan is actually like, don't like China. But a lot of that area don't like the United States. And they in fact, they just want their sovereignty. They want to just be independent. And they, don't want the United States there and they don't want China there. But at least China is more than willing to be like, hey, listen, we'll protect you. We'll be trading partners and we'll leave you the fuck alone. But you guys, just kind of have to kick out the United States. And so now they feel a little more empowered, and that's what's happening there. And so, of course, now China is going to be the next superpower. So now that's why they are pissed at us having so many interest in Latin America. Because they want to be in Latin America. Okay? And yeah, man. I think right now, if there is going to be, there's going to be a war. It's going to be like a Cold War type thing. It's going to be an economic war type thing. And that's it. And so the few of us out here that are, educating ourselves and educating ourselves on financials, on politics, on, really where to put our money, where to put our energy, all this stuff, we'll be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be all right, okay? Hopefully we'll make out really good out of all this, okay? But at the end of the day, we're going to be fine. At the very least, we'll fucking survive and everything will be hunky-dory. But not everybody else, okay? Almost everybody else. Anyone else is going to fucking get their ass kicked, okay? And look, let's just talk about a little bit about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now real quick, okay? But, with Jamie Dimon, I remember, I forgot what I was saying when I had to... But anyway, with Jamie Dimon and what fucking, Warren Buffett, again, Warren Buffett was just saying, oh, cryptos are great today. Jamie Dimon was coming out again, retracting what he was saying about Bitcoin and saying, Bitcoin is great. And so you keep hearing this everywhere. I heard Trayvon James kind of, the other day, he was saying that someone on Black Twitter was at the Black Club at a club, whatever, and they were fucking, the DJ goes, "Hey, who here has Bitcoin?" So, I'm not saying we're in a bubble or anything like that, but anyone that's been in this space for a while now, we know that we are kind of like in a Bitcoin crypto bubble right now at the moment. Okay, so yeah, granted, like 6 months from now, okay, we can't, probably less than that, okay, but we can't see everything in the crypto market doubling. But there's a very big but. Before it even doubles, we can all see, the ones that have been in the space for a while, we can all also see a humongous correction, okay, like an 80% correction in the downward spiral. And why? Is to shake everybody out. It's what they always do with every market and everything. And now that they have some sort of fucking control with Bitcoin by putting it on the futures market and doing that whole fucking thing, man, are you kidding me? They're licking their chops. They're waiting. They're primed. That's how they're gonna bring the whole fucking thing down and bring it, and then eventually bring it back up, because they got control over that. Unlike the stock market and all this other shit, you know what I mean? Which they're trying to control. So there might be a crash within the next day or two, within the next week, within the next month, within the next whatever. And that correction is going to bring like the Dow from 25 to like 10,000 points. Okay? Or 12 or 13 or 4, whatever, something like that. But then think about where Bitcoin's going to go. Bitcoin's at 14, 15 right now. So remember what I was saying yesterday, that the Dow and the Bitcoin are going to be following each other. So when the Dow crashes, and they're going to crash, whatever, but it's going to be a major crash. But and again, it doesn't matter if it fucking crashes, because it's going to bring everything back to fair value-ish, okay? Because it's not going to be a real crash-ish type thing. And it's just really going to be, something to shake out other people from that market, the crypto market, and just, also bring new people in. And it's just, to keep this whole cycle going. Because again, think about it. Think about it real quick, okay? We already know that the fucking stock market, every market, okay, that is owned by our governments, okay, but all of Wall Street is fake. It's fugazi. It's bullshit. It's fucking fla-la-la, okay? So just like we can't really see the results of what's going on, with the Dow at 25, 26, 27 going up, what the fuck are we really going to see or feel when it goes down? Nothing, okay? Sure, it'll be a monumental time for all these corporations to use that as an excuse to raise prices to this, to that, to that, whatever. But again, I don't think so. I don't think that they're gonna fucking shoot themselves in the foot like that. Okay? Without the need to be, unless everyone's in cahoots and trying to fucking really fuck it all up. And I don't think that's how it is, man. It's very easy to think that, just a few Illuminati or a few fucking horrible banksters or whatever really rule the whole fucking planet. And yes, that is partially true, mostly true. But man, at the end of the day, you gotta remember, just like you watching me make up your own independent mind and do whatever the fuck you want, and sometimes you say, hey, I'm gonna paint this white, and then at the last minute you paint it black. What the fuck, man? You don't think all these other entities around the world, all these, people that run governments are in government, and whatever, just everyone, the billions of people, you don't think that they all are exactly the same? And then one day they can be bought, the other day they have a change of heart, or the other day, or backwards, or one day they're not going to be bought, and then the next day they're fucking selling their ass. So we gotta take a lot of all this shit with a grain of salt and just educate ourselves and only take control of what we can take control of, okay? Which is us, our knowledge, our what we put up here, and how we read everything around us, and not go crazy, okay? Because there's a lot of information out there, okay? Especially nowadays, which is a good thing. It's a great thing, okay? We need to get away from just listening to a few entities and start listening to as many entities as humanly possible on the same fucking subject. But anyway, okay, so I think I'm gonna end today's talk with this. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, also, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. But so I updated the computer. I just keep forgetting to mention that. But so I updated. Remember the Intel chip situation, whatever. So I updated it, and I'm curious if anyone out there's having the same problem. But pretty much my computer's been fucking super slow, exactly like they were gonna say. you know, because that fixed, yeah, sure, fixed the whole fucking, what, I'm not a computer guy, but you know, the whole fucking backdoor thing or whatever the fuck the hack, you know, the thing for them to get into the memory. But now, just like they were saying, you know, now it really has reduced the speed of my computer drastically. Now, you know, little caveat, I have been working on a few projects and I got my fucking desktop and, you know, my whole fucking computer a mess. I need to reorganize it, and so maybe that's also what's causing a slowdown, but I doubt it. It's acting a little, like, kind of, like, weird in the slow sense, and I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But hey, at least I'm protected, you know? And again, protected with my stupid, you know, my stupid fucking shit wallet I have here, okay? Because again, you guys should have our hardware wallets or, you know, keeping your shit in other places, all right? Never in the easy hackable place, okay? But anywho, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, the whole fucking nine. I really appreciate you guys. And all right, that's it for today. And please, I know there's a couple of you guys that have asked me questions and stuff like that, and I haven't answered them. I was going to try to look for them today so I can talk about something before I came up with this, but I couldn't find them. They all started getting lost. I'm actually having a lot of you know, comments and people and all that stuff. So again, please, if I don't get to it, it's not that I'm ignoring or anything like that. It's just that I forgot, or I can't find it, or all these other things. So please, just keep re-mentioning it in the comments and keep talking, you know, whatever. And again, I will at the very least, you know, comment back. But you know, hopefully, I will make an episode about whatever it is you guys want me to talk about. Because again, this is what I'm here for. I really want to, you know, learn from you guys and vice versa, teach you guys and the whole thing. Okay, just like the other day, you know, when I said 1919 and I really meant 1913. Thank you for correcting me. I forgot who it was, but thank you, and that whole thing. So, all right, guys. See you guys mañana, all right? And thanks again for watching. Seriously, I really appreciate you guys. And all right, that's it for now. Peace.